What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Dustin at Daily Grind Fantasy here. Going to snipe some value with you guys across PrizePicks, Underdog, ParlayPlay, wherever we can find value. All of these DFS apps do have lines that we can take advantage of. Bunch of promos out there. I tweeted out my better promo play just earlier. If you guys missed that, then you just need to be following me on Twitter at sportsbydustin. That way you guys can get some extra slips on top of the live stream plays or videos that we post here on the YouTube channel. But if you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button as you're coming into the stream because it really, really does help us out. We would appreciate it. Only 9 likes, 60 plus people in here. That ratio sucks. I call you guys out on it every time, but it really does help us out. So let's go ahead and hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I know there was a bunch of sports on, a bunch of college basketball, some really good games. MLB's back, which I absolutely love. I tweeted out earlier, but like the fact that we have MLB on starting in 2 minutes to get us through betting on it, watching sports throughout the middle of the day, to last us to the nighttime games, NBA, NHL, MLB still. Super excited about that. How's everyone doing? Let's go ahead and get on into it. Better has 2 promos. Underdog, Yep, Underdog's got a promo. The better promo I played earlier was this here. I doubt these lines are still available, guys, but just to kind of show you guys what we were looking at here. This is straight from the correlation tool / profitable slip generator on DG Fantasy, which is different than the optimizer. This gives you full plus EV plays in slips already built out for you just to quickly tail. So that's a little bit different than the optimizer. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So Bogdanovich was at 28.5 on better. We got the under of 28.5 here. The rest of the sportsbook market has this set to 27.5, and they're favoriting his under of 27.5. So we get it at -121 at a higher number of 28.5. So it's a no-brainer there. And then Imanga, I have no clue how to pronounce the actual last name of this gentleman. Let's say Shota. Shota. I don't know which one it is. I can't even say it. Either way, over 5.5 strikeouts. Favored -150 across the sports books to go over 5.5 strikeouts. That's the average odds across all of these books here that you're seeing. We got it at -121. So another good play to get in with the promo, and then so on and so forth. The rest of those plays all really, really good when comparing to sportsbooks lines and odds, which is exactly what we do here on Daily Grind Fantasy. What the tool does compares those sportsbooks lines and odds. Another play I gave out already on Twitter was this Tatum and Bridges over 15 rebounds combo square, right? Tatum was at 8.5, Bridges at 7.5. What does that equal? 16. PrizePicks already had it bumped up to 16. We got it at 15, -129. And then Cade Cunningham, a really, really good play, especially when you slide the line on him. Under 38.5, -129 on ParlayPlay is what we got it at. But we technically got it at 40 PRA on the under because I use my slide the line once a day. You can put a line into your favor and then take whatever side you would like. So I got a play that's -37.5, maybe that's 37.5 or maybe 36.5, depending on what books you're looking at here. At 40 on the under. Favored under 37.5 on these books, and about the even line at 36.5 line. So really, really good play to get it into. 3.13 multiplier for those 2 plays on ParlayPlay. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. Definitely been on a little bit of a heater on ParlayPlay. If you guys are not on ParlayPlay, highly suggest tapping in over there and getting on. But let's go ahead and start building out some slips. Let's see. Can props cross over to different apps? Not all the time, because you're getting different odds on certain different apps or maybe different lines. If it's bumped, you probably shouldn't take it on that side. And then depending on what odds you're getting it at, it could be a good play or not a good play. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and start building out some plays. We'll start with PrizePicks. I know that's what everybody wants. I don't believe PrizePicks has any April Fool's Day promo or anything like that. So we can kind of just build out as normal. Shremick said the same thing last Friday, and everybody else in chat was saying that the mic's perfect. So Shremick, I think you need to get either a better Wi-Fi or you need to get better earphones, computer, whatever it might be. Seems like you're the only one struggling here. Yeah, UD's got a promo. We'll take care of that. We'll go ahead and get off the slip if we have some value there. I'm just going to kind of peek through. There's a bunch of plus EV plays here on PrizePicks. I know a lot of this is some one-to-one comparison with Hot Streak, but we can try and find some positive correlation across these apps, or across these plays, and then go from there, right? So Crad for Amkel Esports over 27.5. Hot Streak set to 31.5. Could middle this, right? Not a bad option. Take the over of 27.5 here on PrizePicks. Take the under of 31.5 on Hot Streak. If it lands on 28, 29, 30, or 31, a 4-kill difference, you know, any of those 4 kills, if it lands there, you win on both sides. So definitely a profitable strategy to do it. You give yourself a percentage chance to win on both of those bets, as well as, you know, could win on either side. Let's go ahead and add Crad over 27 for PrizePicks for now. Crad over, and then they are playing alternative attacks. We'll take the over 23.5 for freeze. Set to 26.5, minus 156 on the over there on Hot Streak. Another one that you could technically middle. We're gonna go ahead and get in some correlation here. So taking 2 overs in the same game for CS2 is positively correlated. Same game, opposite teams, of course, because more rounds equals more opportunity for kills. So then we'll go ahead and looks like a lot of these are on the same team. So we'll go ahead and bump down here to Bogdanovich under 32.5 fantasy score. I am already on the under 28.5 PRA, so I guess I'm on the under for fantasy score as well. Bogdanovich does not play CS2. He might, but he's not a professional, and they don't have esports lines for Bogdanovich. But we're gonna be taking the under. If you know, these DFS or these sports books had a fantasy score market, they would all have this a little bit lower than what PrizePicks is projecting this. So we're getting it off. If we click here, it'll take us to the fantasy score page. We can see this is off by 2.2 fantasy score on average against these 4 sports books. By taking into consideration, you know, how we find, you know, there would be fantasy score, we take into consideration the overs and the unders for said player props that make up fantasy score for NBA on PrizePicks, and that's how we get this fantasy score of, you know, 30.1 or whatever it was when comparing or averaging these. Now, let's keep on trucking along. We have 3 plays. We need at least 5 because 5 is, oh God, refresh. 5 is what we're looking for. 5 or 6 man flexes are the most profitable slip types on PrizePicks. We'll go ahead and add DeRozan under 41.5. So this is kind of being weighed down by DraftKings. DraftKings 37.9. Sorry, that might be FanDuel. DraftKings, yeah. 37.9. We could go there. It is in the same game. It's going to be the most I want to take in the same game. Remember, if you guys can hit the like button, would appreciate it. So under 41.5. And then we'll go with Miles Turner. We only got 1 book here. Do we have some more esports that are 9 Pandas? Who's 9 Pandas playing? Bengal. Now, so I was looking for maybe some more esports positive correlation that we could do. But we could take Miles Turner under 30.5 fantasy score for the Pacers. Just a 1-to-1 comparison. But we'll go ahead and run it. We'll go ahead and take out this, and then we'll go Miles Turner. I'm going to trust the sportsbooks over PrizePicks. DraftKings, to be specific. Or, let's see, no. Sorry, BetMGM, to be specific. Set 28.5. You can see they're kind of in line with the rest of these sportsbooks and these other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and trust it that it is off. I don't love taking the one-to-one comparisons for these fantasy scores, but nonetheless, still off compared to the market. So that's going to be Crad over, Freeze over in CS2, and then we have Bogdanovich, DeMar DeRozan, and Miles Turner under fantasy scores. All seem to be too aggressive when comparing to the sportsbook market. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Shermick. All good though. I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys this link. Give me 1 second. You guys are some wagons. You guys know who you are. There's a link to the first PrizePicks entry of the day. Now, I am going to go ahead and skip to some of these other DFS apps. I know somebody's at my neck right now about Pick6, DraftKings Pick6. True stories, just hammering home that he wants Pick6. We'll show the Pick6 board because we don't really go through all the props since they don't really change. I'll show it real quick. Then we're going to move on to UD, ParlayPlay, Fliff, wherever we can find some value from there and get rolling. We'll come back to PrizePicks as well. I know PrizePicks, everybody loves it. Here is currently the board for DraftKings Pick6. I'll scroll through it a little bit. If you need a screenshot, do a screenshot. Do whatever you have to do to get these plays. Take advantage of it. I'm giving you this free for 30 minutes to an hour or so. Take advantage of it. Get some of these plays in. Here's the best value to props on DraftKings Pick6. Shaquille, I'm in an area where I can at the moment. So, I would like to go ahead and get this play off. Yankees Diamondbacks, Luis Gil, under 5.5 strikeouts, minus 140 on Fliff, minus 167 on Pinnacle, minus 170 DraftKings, minus 155. Sorry, yeah, minus 170 on DraftKings, minus 155 BetMGM, Caesars minus 194, BetRivers minus 190. We get this much lower at minus 140 here. So 59% chance to hit. It's not super plus EV, but it is plus EV at the moment. You never know. These odds could change, could move. Some lineup could get announced where, it's in less of our favor for the under. Whatever it might be, you're taking a play that's only 0.75% EV. So do know that. But it's kind of up to you and how risk adverse you want to be. If you want to only take something over 2%, that way in case those odds do change a little bit, go for it. If you would like to go ahead and play and feel like you feel okay with playing something like this, come on. I'm going to go ahead and lock it in myself. Luis Gil under 5.5 strikeouts, minus 140 on Fliff. Look, it's even been bumped down to 4.5 and 4.5 on FanDuel and BetOnline. So seems like there is some value and it's trending towards the under of 5.5 for Luis Gil. There. This one here is a little different. We only have 3 data points. The 3 data points that we do have, we have one that's kind of weighing it up. FanDuel's got this minus 148 over 3.5 rebounds for Michael O'Connell. Or sorry, under 3.5 rebounds for Michael O'Connell. We get it minus 105 on Fliff. So yes, the best odds for the under that you can get comparing to the sports books we have showing, right? DraftKings minus 115, so not too much higher than minus 105. And then same thing. This is, close to the DraftKings line. This is definitely being weighed up by FanDuel, so I would maybe want to see if one of these books or both of these books hopefully trend up towards this minus 140ish. Because if it does, then this Michael O'Connell line will be really good. Yeah, so Crad bumped, Freeze bumped. Kind of what happens, right? Market's adjusting. I would be assuming, like I said, we could be middling that or should be kind of middling that on hot streak. And if we did, I assume that the market, or the safe thing to assume, is that the market is going to adjust towards the middle, right? Which in that instance would be higher. They'd be bumping it up on PrizePicks, down on hot streak, because they both seem to be off when comparing to each other. So it's pretty safe to assume the middle is probably the most accurate projection when dealing with two DFS apps that set lines independently, that are pretty good at setting lines within esports. So it's kind of exactly what we expected. Are we riding? Oh, Scott, you hit it earlier at minus 150. Yeah, sometimes Fliff, they'll bump stuff the opposite direction. I don't know what's going on sometimes with them. Now, I do know we have a Bonchero UD promo at the moment. We are probably going to wait to use this. Based off what we have right now, this isn't going to be the best value we're going to get. We have up until, what time? 4 p.m.? Yeah, still probably not the best value. Make sure you get it in before 4 p.m. If this ends up being the best value there at 3:50 before 4 o'clock, get it in with it, right? Get it in with the best possible value. But otherwise, if you have a chance to refresh the optimizer, if you have on the notifications to your email, you guys can go ahead and when some good value pops up, get it in with the free square there. But not really worth it at the moment, since it's only 230 to force this play. No matter what, you should be playing it though, once the value pops up. So nothing really crazy here on yeah, nothing really crazy here on ParlayPlay at the moment. Like, these might be plus EV, right? But you're getting these alternate lines kind of in comparison to these other DFS apps. And then even then, you can get this at plus 120 instead of plus 116 as a straight bet on FanDuel. So check better. All right, so we do have some value here on better. If you guys haven't used your better free squares, we can go ahead and build that out. If you guys aren't on better, use code DGF when signing up. You'll get 100% deposit match up to 250, I believe is what it's at now. Yeah, Zion under 999 3-pointers made for tonight. You can get that in. And then, hang on one second. I'm going to work on building this out with you guys as well. And then I think there is another promo, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Devin Booker? I think it's Devin Booker. Over 0.5 3-pointers made. Before we build that out, remember, if you guys don't have access to any of the tools here at Daily Grind Fantasy and you want to get them linked in the description of the live stream, you can go right now, linked in the description, get access to the tools. Fantasy Bundle is what you guys are looking at now. This is the Optimizer, and then you also have access to the middling tool and fantasy score page as well with the Fantasy Bundle. The correlation tool is a separate subscription, but if you guys want access, linked in the description below. But Devin Booker over 0.5 3-pointers made. Now let's go ahead and build this out. So at the very top there, we see AO over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Chicago. So let's go ahead and toss him in there. Over 20.5 PRA. The market, even line, maybe even some of these sports books are favoring the over of 21.5. So a one higher PRA. We'll take it at 20.5 here. And if we're going to do, let's say a 5-pick insured slip, which is going to be the best slip type right now, minus 121 odds. Let's go ahead and we'll put the filter on and we'll find the best plays for it. So next up, Bridges over 25.5 PRA. That is Mikal Bridges, by the way. Set to 26.5 basically on every single book, favoring the over. Favored minus 136 on over 25.5 on FanDuel, which is matching that line, but we're getting better odds here. Claxton over 0.5 steals. Give me that as well. Even helps us out a little bit if Claxton gets a steal or two here or there. And our boy Mikal Bridges gets an extra opportunity or two to score some points. Take it. Taylor Ward under 0.5 singles. Head over to the MLB. Going to be on the Angels under 0.5 singles. That's going to be a 5-pick play right there with the Booker promo. There also is the promo for Zion under 999 threes. Go ahead and bring this up for you guys. That way you guys can see it on the screen here. No, the profitable slip generator and the correlation tool are combined. That's a separate subscription. This is where you really have to build out your own slips and kind of sort through this information to your own knowledge. The other one is just kind of more plug and play, right? It does it all in the back end to go ahead and spit out these plus EV slips for you guys. But this is how you build them out manually based on the, comparing to the sportsbooks lines and odds. Booker over 0.5 3-pointers made, down from 2.5. So obviously a good promo. AO over 20.5 PRA. Bridges over 25.5 PRA. Claxton gets us a steal tonight, over 0.5 steals. And then Taylor Ward under 0.5 singles on better. There is randomly some better value right now, which is great. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of it. Play these free plays, play these promos, play all of them that you can get. It's basically free money. And a really good chance to win money over the long term taking these, promos. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the screen, but you guys see it. Hopefully you guys were able to get it in. Yeah, better. We got some value on better. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, some good news. Looks like Gil's getting even better for us now, 1.15. So, odds are moving. The sports books are adjusting towards the under 5.5. I believe DraftKings line has moved from like minus 130 something. Maybe, or sorry, no. It's like, I don't know what moved, but something moved to make this an even better play. I think maybe Pinnacle actually came up. I thought it was DraftKings for a second, but I do believe I'm wrong. Nonetheless, looking like it's going in our favor at the moment, the odds, which is good. Cade Cunningham back. Cade Cunningham back at 38.5. Is that correct? I didn't get to talk about that necessarily. Let's see. Cade Cunningham, 38.5 PRA. Let's see if this is still there. Yeah, so I've already played this at 40, so I'm not going to play it again. But if I'm you right now building out a plus EV slip, Cade Cunningham and then Blanton over 24.5 PRA. Set to 25.5 on mostly every single sportsbook. Favored on the over there as well. Banton. I don't know why I said Blanton and spelled it as that. too. See, Banton, maybe that's been adjusted. Okay, so no, so those might have been adjusted. Halliburton over 14.5. PRA minus. Yeah, looks like everybody else is moving this line to 15.5-ish. Hang off on Cade. Got to see what maybe happened with that line. Halliburton. CJ McCollum, like I said this earlier, this one's not as great. If you could play it on FanDuel, probably the better play over there. Now, what I would maybe do is take CJ McCollum over 26.5 points plus rebounds. And this is what I would do if I was you guys. Because I've already used my slide the line. But if you could use your slide the line and get him at 26.5 points plus rebounds, and you could slide it down to 25.5, that's going to make for a plus EV play at 25.5 when he would be 2 off points and rebounds off the sportsbook line of 27.5. In order to get in Tyrese Halliburton, I might go ahead and just play this as it is. At this minus 129 for 26.5, 1 off the sportsbook line. But you can get it 2 off. It should be able to maybe 0.5, but it might get you all the way down to 25.5 if I'm not mistaken on ParlayPlay. But I'll go ahead and get it in right here. 3.33x payout. CJ McCollum and Tyrese Halliburton. So like. So Halliburton's already bumped up to 15 right here on PrizePicks. And then CJ McCollum, let's see. 28.5. Wait. Points and rebounds. Points and rebounds. Points and rebounds. Where's CJ McCollum's points and rebounds? 27.5. So you get that 26.5 here. So already been bumped up on PrizePicks. You're getting the best possible number you can right now on ParlayPlay. But you could slide the line, get this down at 25.5, and really make it a plus EV play all the way around. But I've already used my slide the line. I took Cade Cunningham from 38.5, bumped it up to 40 PRA, and took the under there. Appreciate you guys. What filters do you use for Fliff on DGF? Let's see. So kind of what I do, if you're looking for some player props, most of the time those are going to be some higher percent odds to hit plays. So oftentimes, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, you can find plus EV plays just by sorting by plus EV, right? A lot of them are going to be your long shot odds plays that I know most of you guys don't love playing, but over the long term, they're profitable plays, all right? But if you go ahead and hit odds percent to hit, it's going to bring up these higher percent chance to hit plays like 59.6% or 55% for these player props, right? Where you are then going to be able to see on the right side, are they plus EV or not? And then I can kind of make my educated decision based on what the odds are, what books are where. If I do want to play this, if it's at 0.8 or if it's at 1.27 or 3% EV, and go from there. But I sort by this odds percent to hit column and then kind of look at the EV for these player props. It's kind of how I do it. I haven't done dabble. There's not usually value on dabble. So even now, there's not really any value on dabble to where we can make a plus EV slip. Like 3-pick non-insured are going to be the best slip types where you need above 55.0% odds to hit, fair odds percentage, on average across those 3 plays. We only got 1 play that can kind of even get us close to that, which isn't going to be that good. They just don't have a lot of plus EV value. They've been really sharp in, keeping their lines safe for their site. There was something I want to double check UD. So nothing really on UD. If I could find something to get on Underdog with the promo, I will tweet it out. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, at Sports by Dustin, drop me a follow there, and I will tweet out whenever I find a promo slip and get it out to you guys. But I think this might be it. If you guys have not already signed up for DGF and want to, remember, linked in the description of the live stream. Feel free, get access to the tools. I could check one more thing. Hang on. Let me check something here. Eesh. So I could middle Cade Cunningham's PRA, but probably won't. I like the value I'm getting at the under 40. No, I do think I might call it there. Here you go, Scott. I think that might be it for the live stream, guys. Be on the lookout for this Max Mayer play, under 4.5 strikeouts. Not quite plus EV yet, but if they stay at plus 115 and this starts trending in the direction of the under on some of these other books, might be something we be playing a little bit later. Hang on. So we've played some of these. We played like all these top NBA fantasy scores. So we do have some. Oh gosh, these are all the way this coming weekend. I mean, do what you want to do with these plays. It's up to you if you want to wait all weekend for them. But, I mean, you're getting some decent value on some of these plays here on PrizePicks at the moment. DJ Horn's set to 6.5 on PrizePicks. Set to 6.5 the rest of the market. The sportsbooks, DraftKings, Bovada, Fliff. What the heck? Vontae Davis found dead Monday at residence in South Florida. He was 35. former NFL cornerback. Yeah, that's sad. R.I.P. Anyways, DJ Horn under 6.5. I mean, you get it at -119 on PrizePicks and a five or six flex, right? You get this at -150 on these other apps. What the difference is here is, like, let me show you this. Like, if you take this, let's just say it's a straight bet, right? -150, and you're betting $100 on a straight bet at -150. Your total profit for that bet is going to be 66.67, right? But if you bet that same $100 on a -119 play, total profit $84. So let's just say, let's call it $20 extra in profit from getting it at the better number of -119 as opposed to playing it at -150. So over the long term, that's why you are making a profit playing these type of props on PrizePicks, getting them at these numbers of -119 in these parlays, as opposed to -150 on the books. It's kind of like going shopping at Walmart instead of Publix, right? Because if you go shopping at Walmart and you can get out of there at $100, right? Awesome, for all your groceries. But if you were go to Publix, get the exact same order groceries, right? The exact same groceries, and it costs you $125 at Publix. Why would you go to Publix as opposed to Walmart, right? If they're both accessible to you. It makes clear sense. That over the long term in your everyday life, going here to get gas, that's 10 cents cheaper, right? Or the groceries, idea. Like, that creates hidden profit. Over time, that extra $25 you're saving for groceries can go to something else. Same thing in sports betting. Same thing across these DFS apps. Is Banton back here? Hold on. Over 24.5. No, the odds have changed a little bit. So -129 is equivalent to the 1.77 multiplier on ParlayPlay. So it looks like those odds are lagging behind a tad bit. Horn bumped. Yeah, see, that's what's going to happen. You're able to get some value, but you're waiting till Saturday, Sunday for those props to play. So it's kind of up to you. Value does not last. So if you wanted that, you had to get it in ASAP. All right, I think that is going to be it for the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Link to the description if you guys want access to all the tools. Peace out. Love you guys, and see you later.